the State of Michigan versus Tanea Nicole Tubbs. This matter is scheduled today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elena Rozak on behalf of the people, P78815.
Good morning, Judge Deanne Patillo, P82378 on behalf of Ms. Tanea Tubbs.
Ms. Tubbs, can you unmute and state your name for the record, please? And is Ms. Patillo standby counsel? Is that what this is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Tubbs, if you can state your name for the record, please.
Grand Rising, I asked the Holy Spirit to come in here and touch this courtroom today, and I welcome the Holy Spirit. I am Tanea Nicole Tubbs, the beneficiary.
Okay. And Ms. Patillo is being appointed as your standby counsel, Ms. Tubbs, all right?
No, sir, I did not ask for that, but if I'm being forced, then I'm being forced in direct coercion.
All right. Well, I'm not forcing you, but she's going to help in case you need anything. You don't ever have to use her, but if you want any questions on anything, she's there to help you, okay? You're gonna represent yourself, but if you have any questions, you can ask her, all right?
I hear you, sir.
All right. Do we have a jury trial date on this?
March 17th.
All right. We'll set this is set for jury trial on March 17th at 9 a.m. Ms. Tubbs, did you want to discuss settlement with the prosecutor, or do you just want to go ahead to jury trial?
I wanted to ask the prosecutor a few things, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Your Honor, one of the things I think that we put on the record last week when we were trying to establish whether Ms. Tubbs was going to represent herself, if we were going to relieve the prior defense counsel of his obligations and then also get standby counsel. And I think that today was more of an update just to make sure everything was in order, but knowing that the trial.
And I have ruled that she can represent herself, haven't I?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And that's why the other counsel was relieved and
Right, okay.
Ms. Patillo was put on as standby.
All right.
With that, I think that we had mentioned the possibility of having Ms. Tubbs be brought over here so that we can have discussions. Ms. Patillo is standby. I feel comfortable speaking to Ms. Tubbs as long as there's somebody else there. Even if they're not fully representing her, at least there's a third person. And I wouldn't mind speaking to her in person, but I think it's going to be easier if she's here, and I don't necessarily want her to say something on Zoom in open court that might affect her case when she's representing herself.
All right. We can do this one of two ways. Either can put all of you in a breakout room and let the three of you discuss things, or we can bring her here.
I would ask Ms. Tubbs what she would like to do.
Ms. Tubbs, what do you want to do? Do you want to go into a breakout room with the standby counsel and and the prosecutor, or would you like to come here physically to talk with them?
I can do standby counsel. I mean, I can do not standby counsel, but I can talk to them in the break room since she's afraid of what I have to say, so the public would not hear.
So if I could interject, I apologize, Your Honor. Would I be able to, well, if Ms. Tubbs allows, would I be able to speak to her before she speaks to the
I don't allow.
That's an excellent idea. Ms. Tubbs, would you be willing to speak privately with Ms. Patillo?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Patel, I don't think I can order her to do that. So, Ms. Tubbs, as I told you before, we got taught the first day of law school, he or she who represents themselves as a fool for a client. I would strongly recommend that you talk to Ms. Patella, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. What would you like to do with that?
with all due respect, sir, I am not working alone. I work with the Holy Spirit, so only a fool would think that the Holy Spirit ain't helping me. Not being
Oh.
smart.
All right, and I'm not being smart with you either. I'm telling you what they told us in law school, all right?
That's understandable.
All right, that's fine, Ms. Tubbs. So she apparently, will you be willing to have Ms. Patella in the room with you and the prosecutor?
Sir, I do not need her. Thank you. I'm not
I
willing to.
All right,
want somebody.
Yeah.
Well, regardless
so
of
the
who it
prosecutor
is.
says she does not feel comfortable talking directly with you without somebody else in the room. So
So you're
You tell
forcing
me.
me, you're forcing
I'm
me
not
to have,
forcing you to do anything. You know, you don't have to talk to me. We can just go ahead and have a jury trial. That's fine with me. So what the prosecutor is saying is if she wants to talk alone with you, that there has to be somebody else in the courtroom or in the room. So you tell
she
me.
can have
what you
her
want.
in the courtroom, but not on my behalf. It could be on her behalf since she's fearing what I have to say alone. I'm not
Right,
understanding
then
why.
put the three of you in a breakout room to discuss things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Do you agree to that, Ms. Tubbs?
I agree to speak with her with
Okay,
the third party on her side.
all right. And counsel, how long do you think we should put you in the breakout room for?
10 minutes to be safe.
10 minutes, and then you can have more time if you need it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'll take 5 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put you in 10. You can always stop early, okay?
Thank you.
Is there anything else we need to take care of before we send you into the room with Ms. Tubbs? Is there any other matters that are ready? Madam Clerk?
Yes, we could take care of Mr. Kehoe.
Well, you know what?
Here this morning.
You know what? It's too complicated. Let's let them do this. Can you come into the breakout into?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the conference room and log into Zoom.
Okay, all right.
They say, with the people of the state of Michigan. The people of the state of Michigan is the people on the benches. It's us versus us. This is sad. Oh, I pray we wake up.
I'm trying to wake up.
On the highway claiming free. No power over me, says my plea. I'm a sovereign in denial. Gonna be here for a while. Cause this life sentence takes a seat.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm gonna put all three of you in a breakout room. All right, here you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Keough have a case?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because we can still go ahead with that.
Two defendants, can you bring out both defendants, Mr.?
At the same time. You got them one on? No, you got something else.
Yeah.
What's the case?
Big shout out to Zach.
Forrest and Meeks.
We still have a lawyer then. Yeah, I'm saying.
Londoners Unite. You put me onto this morning. I was not ready,
Okay.
but here we are, off to the races.
Sit back.
Jamie Meeks, Christian. Let's rearrange Christian yesterday. And You put it in the report today for county. Mr. Moots was on the docket today for air.
Okay.
Just doing things.
Just a fool in legal night, trying hard to win the fight. I'm just a sovereign idiot. My defense will fail spectacularly. To be guilty, that's not my style. Arguing laws that ain't worthwhile. I object to every word. No sense in what you've heard.
Good morning, Jim.
How are you?
How are you?
It's a good looking tie.
Round and round, lost and found. I'm just a sovereign idiot. My defense will fail spectacularly. To be guilty, that's not my style. Arguing laws that ain't worthwhile.
Mr. Meeks, co-counsel is in trial in Washington, so I'm standing for her today.
Legal logic hit the ground.
Wait, now what's going, you were,
I have Mr. Stewart
okay,
Torrance.
okay.
Mr. Meeks is represented by attorney Rita Young. She has trial in Washington.
Oh, and so the other attorney's standing in?
I'm standing in. for
You're
her.
standing in. Oh, okay. And he's agreeable with that?
I'm sure he will be, otherwise
Okay.
he can stay back
All
there.
right,
I'll tell him.
all right, okay.
Huh?
Stand behind each chair, so it shows you where to go.
All right, we can call the case, please?
Calling cases. 2500087101 and 2500087901. The people of the state of Michigan versus Jamie Malik Meeks and Christian Stewart Torrance. These matters are scheduled today for arraignment on information and calendar conference. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is James Kehoe. My P number is 82812 on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Najad Mihan appearing on behalf of my client, Mr. Christian Stewart Torrance, P59371 for the calendar conference. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Christian Stewart Torrance.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
And Your Honor, I'm also standing in for Mr. Meeks for his attorney of record, Ms. Rita Young, and that's with Mr. Meeks' approval as Ms. Young is in trial in Washtenaw County.
I
Is
think
that okay with
Mr.
you, Mr.
Magoo's in
Meeks,
front
if I
of
stand in,
Slay
Jay?
and
Can
they
you
don't
please
have
state
a
your name for the
screen.
record?
Jamie Malik
But if there is one, I'll do
All
it.
right, with regard to Mr. Meeks's arraignment,
Stay on mute, wait for more reading of the information, please.
all right, then I'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. We'll move into the calendar with regard to both cases. Motions shall be timestamped and filed no later than April 3rd. Motions be heard April 10th, and the final conference will be conducted April 10th, 2025 at 11:30 a.m. Let's set a jury trial date on this matter. How is May the 5th?
I have a trial certain, Judge.
May the 12th,
I have a trial as well, Judge.
May 19th,
The problem is I start a human trafficking trial on the 20th.
all right, how about May 28th?
I will be,
I'm sorry, May 27th,
I have a double jury trial, Judge.
all right, how about June the 3rd?
Can we do the following week, Judge? I have that, absolutely.
All right, June 10th,
I can do June 10th, Judge.
all right, then we'll set this for June the 10th for both cases.
Judge, for the record, we would need two juries for this.
And are council agreeable to consolidating these cases for trial with separate juries?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, do you want separate juries or?
Yes.
Okay,
There's statements by both judges.
Okay.
We definitely need it.
okay. But then I will issue an order stating that both cases are consolidated. That's agreeable with everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
please.
Okay. And then Madam Clerk, we need to notify jury services that we need a double jury.
Problem so. Stupid, just make cameras. That's not me.
Attention, esteemed viewers. If you are hearing this message, it means that you are sadly witnessing a dark moment in the history of legal.
You need any more time?
No, thank you.
Okay. Should we go back on the record then?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, let's see, let's go back on the record with regard to Ms. Tubbs' case. All right, let's call Ms. Tubbs' case, please.
Calling case 2400390201, the people of the state of Michigan versus Tania Nicole Tubbs. This matter is scheduled today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elena Rozak on behalf of the people, P78815.
And good morning, Judge Deanne Patillo, PA 2378, stand-in counsel for Miss Tania Tubbs.
All right, Ms. Tubbs, if you can unmute and state your name for the record, please. All right, you can speak now. I think it's
You can hear me?
unmuted, ma'am. Yep,
can hear
I can
me?
hear you. Yep.
For the record, I am Tanae Nicole Tubbs, the beneficiary of the account.
All right, Ms. Tubbs, you have a constitutional right to be physically present for this hearing. You agree to waive that right for today and hold this hearing by Zoom.
Correct.
Okay, all right, where are we at on Ms. Tubbs' case, Madam Prosecutor?
Your Honor, I did get some information from Ms. Tubbs and I did look up the, I know that the defendant is in Calhoun County Jail right now and that she has a sentencing date of March 24th, 2025. When is our trial date? The
March
17th?
17.
I'm guessing that Calhoun County would let her come here pending their sentence, since we have a trial date. I don't know how that all works because their case is a 2022 case, so it's definitely older. But either way, that's a problem for somebody else, I suppose. I think that Miss Tubbs needs to be brought over here, and maybe we should have a pretrial before the trial once Miss Tubbs is here, where we're all in person. And Miss Tubbs can bring whatever documentation that she wishes to provide at that point. That way we all have it, and we're all on the same page, because some of the things that she's referring to, I do not have. And I would say that we're likely going to have to proceed to trial.
All right. When are you proposing that we have this, bring her over beforehand? Obviously, the closer to the date for the court's purposes, the better, because we don't have to retain her as long from Calhoun. But if you think it would help to bring her earlier, we can do that too.
I think that approximately 2 weeks before, so that puts us in the March 3rd area. Sometime at the end of the week before or early the week of March 3rd.
I'm available the 6th, if that works for the court prosecutor and Ms. Tubbs.
All right, why don't we schedule this to have her brought over here for March the 6th, and we'll have the hearing at 11:30. Is that time okay for you, Attorney Patella?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll set this for March 6th at 11:30. Hey, May, can you send a writ to have her brought from Calhoun County here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, go right ahead, man, Ms. Tubbs.
I am looking forward to being out of here before then. And, it is my duty to come there on my own as a freeborn sovereign, to this. I do not need to be detained or retained. I am not an entity or subject to any entity. And I gave this paperwork to the 36th district, and I'm not gonna be able to get this paperwork if I don't be able to walk and go get it, go home and print it out myself, because I have none but 8 children. I am by myself. I don't have support. I just have myself and my 8 children, which my oldest just went to prison, so he's not able to help me any longer.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
All right, well, we'll see you on March 6th at 11:30. You have a nice day, ma'am, okay?
So there is no holds on me, correct?
Well, you're gonna be in the jail here, Wayne County Jail.
What I'm telling you is that I'm gonna be released from here either today, tomorrow. And I do not need any holds to come to another jail. I am a freeborn sovereign. I do not need to be detained or retained. I am not subject to any entity or am I entity. I am a
All right,
living being.
All right, you have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll see you all on the 6th. Have a good day.
All right, you
Thank you.
too.
Thank you.
Okay, what was she on about? I don't need to be detained from the Calhoun County lockup. Ma'am, you're incarcerated, and you're gonna be incarcerated. I think she has a sentencing set after this. I don't have the dates just right. I think they said late March. So then they're saying, can we bring her over for another trial before your sentencing? They're not letting you go before your sentencing. In all likelihood, I mean, it's possible, but I don't see it. I don't see that in the cards here. So we waited that whole time for her to say, "Hey, you got, don't worry about it. I'll show up myself." But I got to go home and check in on my 8 kids and print some stuff out. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Zach. I was not ready for this. I was running around putting it together, but I was listening the whole time. What a way to kick off the day. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. Having a little coffee now. I also had to throw some coffee together. Another fantastic SovCit performance. Sarcastic, clap it out. Well done. Well done. We'll see you on the 6th. Thanks for coming out.